Hi guys, I'm back again, and today's topic is to talk about one of the most controversial things talked about in this alkaline community, which is the nutritional guide. So many people have all types of questions about it, especially because we think that, when we see this nutritional guide, it's just, a free for all. This is something you can do no matter what you're dealing with, no matter your health goal, no matter what you've been diagnosed with, etc. And I'm definitely here to tell you that is incorrect. When you're dealing with a particular ailment or trying to just heal your body, there are still some limitations to this guide that all of you are familiar with. For instance, a person dealing with, let's say, something like diabetes, it is still important to understand that with the quinoa, the spelt pasta, the kamut, amaranth, and even the garbanzo beans, these things are all still starch-based. Yes, it is on the alkaline list, but regardless to what, it is still starch. And for a person that is battling something like diabetes, it is really important to still limit your consumption of these starches. So, and that's just to give a little bit of information. I know a lot of people think that, okay, well, when we get on this nutritional guide, this is just something we can do no matter what situation it is. And it is very important to understand anatomy, even just listening to your own body. There are some people, for instance, that are dealing with gluten intolerance that still have to be very careful with, even the spelt, which is what is talked about most. So many people have asked me to do videos on this because there's so much details when it comes to healing or, again, just getting to your health goal. It's really important to understand, okay, well, this is something I'm dealing with. Yes, this is the alkaline nutritional guide. However, my body still requires certain things. I still need to know that I must take in a certain amount of green leafy vegetables. I still need to limit the amount of oil, whether it be on that alkaline list or not. I need to limit the amount of sodium, even if, again, it's on that list or not. People talk about this guide as though it's something that it's the only thing in the world that you should ever consume, just the fruits and vegetables from this list. However, you have to consider the fact that there are so many different continents in this entire world that you can still get natural foods from, or even how do you say, more organic than what we have here in the United States. I also did want to discuss the fact that, once you come across this nutritional guide, and this is something completely new to you, this is, of course, something you want to use as an outline, but there are still many steps in between. For instance, your transition. Some people come from eating things like hamburgers or, pizza and all that kind of stuff, and then seeing this nutritional guide and thinking that this is, you come from this and this is exactly where you have to be and there's nothing outside of it. You still have that transitional period. I know a lot of you in the different groups that represent my father, I guess you would want to say, do a lot of bullying when it comes to eating properly or helping you to transition to this period. No matter what steps you take, it's definitely still strides in the proper direction, and you should definitely be proud of that. Even if it is, you've eaten pizza and hot dogs your entire life, and now you're transitioning to, let's say, cauliflower and brown rice. It's still a great step. And again, you should really be proud of yourself for these few things that you've done or implemented and a few things that you've taken out. So don't let a lot of the things that people talk about, particularly in the alkaline community, make you feel like you're not doing the proper things. Everyone has hiccups when it comes to this nutritional guide. Everyone has a transitional period, and it's okay if you are not exactly where you want to be, because you're just getting started. You can take your time with it. Know that, okay, set up what you can do, for instance, is set up a goal for yourself. Okay, this week what I'm going to do is cut out red meat. The next week I'm going to cut out poultry. The following week I'm going to cut out fish, and work from there. And little by little, what you can do is fine tune it. And if you, of course, need any type of help, or guidance, you can always reach out. It is really, honestly, up to you how you'd like to start your healing journey, or your health journey rather. So I don't want anyone out there to really discourage you when it comes to, again, this nutritional guide, because it is not everything. there are, regardless to what, there are still some things that you want to be mindful of when it comes to, again, this guide. It is when let me just give you a little bit of history. When this guide was created, this was literally just a guide to help you through your healing journey. It was not, if you eat anything outside of this guide, you're just gonna die. It's gonna cause all types of mishaps within the body. You're not able to take the compounds because you're not following this 100%. It was none of that. It was just to simply help you through this process. And while there are many other people dealing with more severe ailments where we would want you to kind of stick closely to it, there are still many people that can, I don't want to say stray, but can do things outside of this guide until they're able, again, to properly fine-tune that. A lot of people ask me even what do I consume on a daily basis. I definitely consume, I want to say 85% of my diet definitely comes from that guide. I've never eaten meat. I have definitely eaten dairy in the past, and I have had fish in the past. However, there are still things that I do, such as sometimes French fries. If I'm out with friends, we're socializing, it's, quote unquote vegan or whatever you want to call it, and it is safer than a lot of the other things that would be on menus if you are socializing. But there is a guide, or a book rather, that I am putting together that will give you small tips and tricks on how to really I would say incorporate this lifestyle, even with you being busy, even with you being a college student, even with you having, 5 kids at home and a husband, and you're trying to help them transition, and you're trying to introduce all these different things, because realistically it can be hard. This is not something that most of you are familiar with or was raised around, so it's almost like speaking Cantonese to you, and it's 100% understandable. So again, I don't want you to feel as though because you're not doing it 100%, then you're doing something wrong, or allowing others, again, within these groups to bully you, or for you to feel as though they're better than, because maybe they've dedicated 100% of their lives to this. It's okay with you dealing with the transitional period. It's okay for you to say, you know what, instead of me having buffalo chicken, I'm going to have buffalo cauliflower. This is something that still allows your body to get to the next level without introducing so many things that can be more mucus or inflammation causing. But I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of information on this infamous nutritional guide, or alkaline list. And if you have any questions at all, please reach out. You can reach me at nextgenherbalproducts.com and send me messages through there, or even you can drop your email address or any questions that you have in the comments below. I hope you guys have a wonderful and healthy day. Bye.